Well, we will introduce the 4-in-1 laser welding machine and how to use this machine. Well, this machine has 4 functions: 2 cleaning functions, 1 laser welding function, and a laser cutting function. Well, this is the machine main body. Well, this is a movable controller box. You can set parameters here. This is a controller box. This is well fitted. You can set the speed on the well fader, the interface. And this is the part you will receive at first time. Now this is screws, tubes, 5 protective lens. It's a laser cut. When you need to remove the laser source from the laser gun, you will cover the laser cut on the laser head of the laser source. Protective goggles, gas wave, gas tube, and this is a gas collection part. Well, we will send you a free stainless steel well tube, well bar, and this is well nozzle. The 4 wheels is installed under the well feeder. The machine has 4 functions. So firstly, this is a tube, connection tube. The connection tube can connect different nozzles. For example, this one is a laser cutting nozzle. The laser cutting function is first function. Well, these are laser welding nozzles. This one is the welding gap cleaning function. And this is the laser cleaning lens. If you want to use this function, you need to change the lens and the cleaning head. But an important thing is that when you need to change the lens, you have to notice the environment. The dust cannot be put on the lens. If the dust is on the lens, then laser will burn the lens and broken it.
对啊，刻度管那个焦点是在0。
Well, now we will introduce how to install the laser welding head. There's different numbers on this metal tube. The 0 is the correct place. At first time you will set 0. Then you can install a welding nozzle. You can see there's the number on the welding nozzle. The 12 means it can weld 1.2 millimeters. Well, then install the well tube from the well feeder to the laser gun. Install the well feeder here and fix the screws. We'll put the well on this cylinder bar. Well, now you need to install the well tube on the laser gun. Penetrate the ring. Install the well tube. Fix it on the laser gun. We'll install the gas tube. Plug another side of the gas tube on this place, and this is a proportion wave. Well, on the back of the machine, tell something you need to know. This is a signal wires from the controller box, and this is power supply wire. The power supply wire, inside the power supply wire, you can see there is another wire. The wire can give the power to the wire feeder. To give the power to the wire feeder. So you can plug it in the wire feeder. And plug the power supply to the machine. 另外一边 Well, from the power supply, you need to connect the power. Then you can open the gas. Firstly, you can set the gas pressure under 0.5. Turn the emergency button. Turn the start switch. Well, this is parameter setting interface. Well, you can set a language here. There are different language you can choose. Now we set English. Well, this white button is for speed adjustment. The 100 is the maximum speed. Well, we set 100 because we want to make the wire, stainless wire out from the tube. Then I press this button. This button means the wire will be proceed. Well, this means the wire will be returned back. First, so we will press this button to make the wire out of the machine. Well, I will introduce these things for you. You can see there are small part inside it. It can hold the wire, and this face is 0.8. It means 0.8 millimeters wire. Then you use this place. If you use 1.0 well, then you use the place here. Okay, let's go. Now you see the well come out. Well, then you set the speed to 10 because when we need to weigh the materials, we only need to use 10. 10 is okay. Well, you don't need to use this function because we already set well. Well, on the interface, there are different numbers here. You can see this number. This number can save parameters. And if you can set 0, the 0 is default parameters. You can use these parameters to test the machine. Open the laser.
把它关掉。我是测试出光嘛。
Turn off the well feeding. And open the gas menu to test the laser. Test the laser. You need to find a place that the laser is strongest. Then you find the focus distance. Now it's the strongest place. You can see the number on laser tube is changed.
比如说我在焦点的话，关掉。
If it's not in the focus distance, you can see the laser is weak. So that's why you need to find the focus distance. You can move a small distance then try to wait until you find the focus, the strongest place. Now this place is fantastic. Then you can lock by this screw. Lock the place. Well, this one is for protection. Now I have laser, right? If I move it, press the trigger, there's no laser. Well, I will introduce the interface for you. Firstly, the home. If you open the home, this is language, laser power, laser frequency, PWM, pattern, Uber frequency, Uber size. So in this area, you only need to change the laser power and the Uber size. Other parameters we already set well for you. And this is a lock place. If I lock it, then I can't operate. Well, this means the point weighting or the line weighting. If you want to have a weighting wise, the weighting wise, you usually will choose this, the line weighting. And this is laser power. For example, if you want to weight the thick materials, you can increase the power. Don't need to change the frequency and the Uber frequency. This is PWM. Don't need to change it. And Uber size. Uber size means the laser point diameter. The diameter of the laser point. This line. The line the line have a wise. The wise means the 2 mm. Means the wise is 2 mm. Okay. Well, when you use the machine, you need to open the laser and don't need to open the gas because when the laser come out, the gas will come out automatically. And this means you can save different parameters here. For example, now is 800 watt, 8 Hz. For example, we set 5, then we set to 2. You see, the parameters come out automatically. And this is lock same function like this. Don't need to open this scale weighting. If you want to use this function, you can open it. And this is wire fitting. You can open it, then the wire will come out. When you test the laser, you don't need to turn on it, but if you use the laser weighting, most of the time you will need to use the wire fitting, then you open it. Well, this is interface. And this setting, you don't need to change it because we already set a very good parameters for you. If your machine have some abnormal phenomena, then you may need to change this. Then you can connect or after sale service. And this is a very good function here. The SS means standing still. The Y means thickness. For example, if you want to weigh the 1 millimeter stainless steel, then you can use these parameters, right? And this is aluminum. Aluminum, if you want to weigh the this is thickness. If you want to weigh the 1 millimeter aluminum, then you can use these parameters. Just say the same as it. And this is MS. MS means carbon steel. If you want to use 3 millimeters carbon steel, you can use these parameters. Well, now, if we want to weigh the 3 millimeters MS, the carbon steel, the number is 12, then you can set 12 here. Then import. You see? Now it's 12, and the parameters change to the parameters we set before. And this is monitor. You don't need to change here. And this is lock. Can lock the screen. Well, you can also edit the parameters here. You can press edit, but we don't advise you to do these things. But if you are very professional, you can adjust here by yourself. Well, now we will introduce the laser power. If we set 300 watt, the laser of 300 watt is very weak. It can not melt the stainless steel. Then we change it to 600 watt. You can see the laser is stronger. Well, now is 2.5 millimeters Uber size. Well, this is the weighting gap we made before, 2.5. Okay. Now we set 4 millimeters. You can see the diameter is bigger than this one. This one is 4, this is 2.5. Well, let's introduce the frequency. Generally, we advise 16 Hz. Okay. Now we change it to 5 Hz. Let's see the change. This means the movement speed of the laser point. You see the laser move from left to right. The speed is slower than this one. Let's see. You see, it's a Z shape because the speed is lower. So that's why we usually use 60 Hz. 100. Generally, we set 100 is okay. And the pattern, you see, if we change it to point, let's see. You see, the laser will not move from left to the right. It's just a point, very small point. Well, the laser welding machine have 4 functions: welding, cleaning, and cutting. You can press here to change the function. Now it's weld. This is cut. This is weld, seam, clean, and this is remove, clean. And we have a drawer here. It can teach you how to change the parts of the laser gun. Tell very detailed instruction. Now we are welding. We can try the welding, seam, cleaning. You see, you need to change the tube in front of the laser gun.
点下去定起来。
Then we back. After you press the function, you need to change here, then press OK. Confirm switch to weld, seam, clean, smooth. OK. And this is clean wise and power. Now it's 500 watt, 5 mm cleaning wise.
开始。
The maximum parameters is 10. For example, now we set 10 mm cleaning. The 0 is okay. Well, after you change the cleaning head, you need to change this place on setting. Okay, just the same like this. Okay, now you can clean. Start the laser. Well, press the trigger twice, then you have laser. Okay. So 800 watt or 1000 watt to try cutting. Now we change to cleaning mode. You need to change the laser head. Protect it because the dust will get into the lens and broken the lens. So if you replace any lens, just 100% notice, don't make the dust get into the lens. It will broken the laser gun. Because the dust will absorb the laser and the heat. We install the cleaning head.
这个不要。
Then change the focus length. This is focus length. You must be very careful. Don't make the dust on the focus length. And this focus length have a focus. The focus distance is 600 millimeters, and the wavelength is 1070. The 600 distance is for laser cleaning. If you don't use this machine, put a paper or plastic on the lens to protect it, because the lens cannot touch the dust or dirt. Open it. Very careful. And put the plastic cover on it instantly. Install it inside the laser gun. Okay. And through the screws. Open the cover. Well, the maximum cleaning width is 80 millimeters. Now we set 80 millimeters. And the power by 800 watt. Open the laser. Test the gas. Then close it. Turn off it. Well, after you change the cleaning mode, you need to set here and press the setting. Change here the safety lock interval to 1000. Okay. Then press 2 times. Then now it can use laser cleaning. Well, most of the time you will need to use laser weighting. You can change back to laser weighting. Then change here to 100. Okay. Then replace the cleaning head to weighting head. Replace the focus length of the cleaning head to the weighting head. Install the plastic board firstly. Then put the weighting head on the laser gun.
讲不讲的？
Be careful, don't make the dust on the focus lens. Protect focus lens well. Put it on the books. Change the welding heat. Install the weld tube. Well, at last we will introduce a function. The scale weighting. We will introduce his function. Make sure the laser point is on the wheel. You can set here. Yeah. You can see it move. Make sure it's the wheel is on the center of the knife. 好，调回来。差一点了。过了。Now it's okay.
我先试一下。
Well, when you use scale weighting, you need to set these two parameters. Well, the scale weighting means like the scale on the fish. It can weigh the circle, then put a circle on the circle before. It have different layers. Well, this means the internal, and this means the duration time of the scale weighting. Let's try these parameters. Well, the weighting is a level on a level. It's fish scale weighting. Well, if we turn off the scale weight, you see, this is very smooth, and this have a level on a level, a layer on a layer. Well, you can use this paper, protective paper, to cover the laser heat if you don't use the machine, and stick the paper. You can see there are many gaps on the laser gun. You can cover the laser gap, the gap of the gun, then the dust will not get into the laser gun. The lens is afraid of the dust. Well, if the laser is strong, then it become weak. The laser protective lens may be broken. You need to check this. Don't use this machine Again, if you found this phenomenon, then if you continue to use this machine, it will burn the protective lens, burn the focus lens, and burn the galvanometer lens, burn all lens. The laser gun is broken, all broken. So if you found the laser get weaker, check the protective lens. 把它打开。check this, check the protective lens. Open the cover. This is the protective lens. If it's broken, then you need to replace it. And don't make the dust get into the protective lens. Well, if you don't use the machine, make sure the laser gun is arm at the down. If you this is forbidden because the dust will get into the laser head. And don't bend the fiber cable. It will broken the fiber cable. If the fiber cable is broken, then the laser source is broken. Well, when you weigh the materials, you must have angle. The angle is 45 degrees to 60 degrees. You can't be vertical to the machine because the laser will be reflected to the laser gun and broken it. Well, also if you cut the metal, you can't be vertical. This is no, forbidden. It have an angle around 60 degrees to 45 degrees. Turn off the machine. Turn the switch. Press the emergency button. And put the laser gun here. And cut the power. And close the gate.